Hi, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. This is brought to you by Second Advice. I am a financial advisor, Joyce. Also with me today is my lovely colleague and fellow advisor, Lance. Hello, Lance.
Hi, good morning.
Morning. This is the last video of our Retirement Planning Your 60s series. In this episode, we're going to be talking about KiwiSaver. So most of you watching this video will have a KiwiSaver account. And if you joined KiwiSaver when it first started, it would have snowballed to a chunky balance. Now, a common question we get from investors is that now I'm 65 and KiwiSaver is unlocked. What should I do with it? So, Lance, can you shed some light on this question?
Certainly, thanks, Joyce. Look, I get that question from a lot of people that have just turned 65 or about to turn 65, just being unsure what their options were, particularly in the early days when they were thought, do I cash up? Do I put it all in the bank? I'm not sure what to do. Clearly, if you reach 65, you can cash up, you can take out a lump sum, or you can set up regular drawings to supplement your income. I'm sorry, to supplement your New Zealand superannuation with other income. Clearly, if you're still working, keep on making contributions. That would be my view. And often, post 65, the employer will still make a contribution for you. If you wish, take out a lump sum to maybe clear some outstanding debt or something along those lines. And then once you fully retire, most retirees are actually setting up regular drawings to supplement their New Zealand super. And a key thing there is obviously to make sure that you've got a budget. We're living a lot longer, to make sure those funds are going to last. And I guess that's a key risk for many retirees, and spending too much earlier on. I think you and I talked earlier about from Statistics New Zealand that males healthy at 65 will live to around 89, females to around 90. It's a long time, isn't it, for your retirement savings to have to last? And I think that's a real risk for many retirees.
Great. Thanks for sharing that, Lance. So some retirees are in a fortunate position to have saving outside of KiwiSaver, such as privately held investments. So there is always a question of, do I consolidate or shall I keep them separate? Now, Lance, you work with a lot of retirees. Could you talk our audience through their positions and what should be the key? Talk our audience through their options and what are the key considerations?
Yeah, look, that's a really good point. I guess that's something that we're addressing really on a weekly basis at the moment. I mean, KiwiSaver is a great savings vehicle, Joyce, and it's really helping a lot of people, making sure they're going to have some sort of nest egg when they retire. Obviously, Saturn Advice, we have a managed fund private portfolio service, and a lot of retirees do have something like that. I guess with KiwiSaver, it can just be under your name. A portfolio can be under joint name. It can be under a trust. It can be even under a company. So it's a lot more flexible. I've had situations where there's been a joint portfolio. One of the partners has died, and the other partner said to me that's one less thing they had to worry about. That the portfolio just kept on running, even though their partner had passed away. It was a lot less stress to deal with. I think a major advantage for the private portfolio managed fund is you certainly with Saturn, you get financial advisor support, and I think that's crucial going into your retirement years, Joyce. Sitting down with the advisor, working out an appropriate budget, what drawings you're going to need to take. The advisor will also work on you with your investment goals, short, medium, and long-term goals that you want to achieve during your retirement years. And probably crucially, they'll do some projections for the retiree and work out, look, if you take X amount of money in drawings fortnightly or monthly, this is going to last you 25 or 30 years in retirement. And that gives the client a lot of reassurance that they're going to have a healthy retirement money-wise over the next 10, 20, 30 years. And I think another key thing the advisor can offer, Joyce, is the annual review. You know, at least every 12 months, the advisor will sit down with the clients and work out, you know, how's the budget going? Are you achieving your goals? Maybe you've got a little bit more to spend than you thought, or we need to cut back a little bit in the next 12 months. And just rebalancing that portfolio and having those meetings on an annual basis, I think is a really good value add and something that many retirees appreciate.
Yeah, 100%. And I think we are hearing this a lot from people that, you know, they may be earning a very good income and enjoy a certain standard of living, and the moment they retire, that paycheck disappears. Even though they have accumulated quite a bit of wealth over their working life, it's still quite scary because that income is no longer coming in. And it's really important to have a sounding board there to hold your hand and actually show you some realistic assessment. Would you be able to maintain that same lifestyle, and how long the money would will the money last lifetime? And going back to, you know, in one of the earlier video that I talked about, you don't want to undershoot the wrong way, certainly, but you probably don't want to overshoot the wrong way either.
No, that's a really telling point. I mean, you made that point earlier on. You certainly don't want to be too conservative, but then again, you don't want to be taking on too much investment risk either in your retirement years. And again, you're right. That's where the advisor can really add value to make sure you get that right mix to see you through those retirement years. Absolutely.
Wonderful. Well, thank you, Lance. And that brings us to the end of this webinar. And hopefully this has added some value for you. In this webinar, we talked about the transition from working to not working. We talked about the way we should assess return is looking at the purchasing power. We talked about the common mistakes retirees make and what to do with KiwiSaver. So if you need any help with retirement planning or figuring out the right mix of asset that you should have, please do not hesitate to contact Lance or myself. We've got our contact detail in front of you. Let us help you gain comfort and clarity, save you time, and avoid making those costly mistakes. Have a great one, everybody, and hope to see you next time.
Cheers. Thank you.